Plotagon films can get tons of views on YouTube. To do that, I'm gonna share you some crucial key points that many Plotagonists are ignoring, and as a result their channel isn't growing. So make sure that you're not making the same mistake. Otherwise your Plotagon channel may not grow. So let's start the video. First, you need to understand who's your target audience gonna be, as it will help you to create a film that resonates with them. It's important because when you know your target audience, you can create a film that speaks to them and keeps them engaged throughout the story. But how will you find your target audience accurately? Well, there are several ways to identify your target audience for your Plotagon film. Identify the genre of your Plotagon film. Is it comedy, drama, or horror? Consider the age, location, and interest of your target audience. Look at the comments and engagement on your existing Plotagon videos. Try to get feedback from your audience. What did they like or dislike in the video? The next point we're gonna talk about is only Plotagon might not be enough for your film, because Plotagon is pretty much limited. To deal these limitations, you can use other apps like Flipakip, KineMaster. I know making a scene from Flipakip takes time, so try to make from Plotagon as much as possible. But I don't mean to sacrifice the quality of your Plotagon film. If you wanna know how to use Flipakip and KineMaster along with the Plotagon, then don't forget to visit the channel after you finish this video. The next point we're gonna talk about is effective starting of a film, because on YouTube there is so much low quality content and viewers know that, so they're not gonna trust new creators right away. You have to win their trust, otherwise they're gonna cut the video off in first few seconds. But how will you win your audience's trust? To do that, you have to make first few seconds as catchy as possible, so your viewer will invest their time to understand your story and your rest of the film. But there's a problem. How will you make the first few seconds that catchy? Because if you don't, most likely they're gonna leave the video in first few seconds. To hook your viewer, there are several ways. Start with an intriguing shot. A visually stunning or mysterious opening shot can capture viewers' attention and make them curious about what's happening in the scene. Use an attention-grabbing sound effect. The right music or sound effect can set the tone for your film and create an immersive atmosphere that draws the viewers in. Begin with an interesting character. Introducing an interesting or unique character right at the beginning of your film can create an instant connection between the viewer and the character, making them more invested in the film. Use a fast-paced montage. A montage of action shots or dramatic moments can create an exciting and engaging opening that sets the tone for the rest of the film. And make sure all of these points aligns with your target audience. Of course, there are so many ways that you can hook a viewer. Be creative and don't be afraid to try something new. And keep one thing in mind, it's gonna set viewers' expectations, so you have to fulfill that later in the film. Now once you hook your viewer, it's time to give your film depth and start a story. Character development can add a layer of richness to your story, without which it will be hard to connect your audience emotionally and make the film memorable. So you can also set potential audience for your next parts as well. Character development is the process of creating and transforming character in a story, giving them depth and complexity, making them more believable and relatable to the audience. In filmmaking, it involves creating a backstory, personality traits, behaviors, and motivations for each character. It is important for the audience to understand and relate to the character in a film, as it helps them become emotionally invested in the film and the character's journey as well. Proper character development can make the difference between a forgettable film and a memorable one. Making a story with your random thoughts won't help that much, so here are some more tips to make your story even better. First, make your plot clear with a beginning, middle, and end that flows well. You can make conflicts in your story. To make your story good, it's necessary to add a conflict. Conflict is essential to any good story, as it creates tension and keeps the audience on the edge of their seat, wondering what will happen next. In storytelling, conflict refers to a struggle or clash between opposing forces, ideas, or interests. So it is a crucial element that drives the plot forward and creates tension, suspense, and drama in the story. It is essential to a good story because it creates tension and suspense that keeps the audience engaged and invested in the outcome. It also provides an opportunity for character development, exploration of themes and ideas. Without a conflict, a story can feel flat and uninteresting. You can set a theme for your film. Setting up a theme in a film is important, as it sets the tone and message of your story. Use foreshadowing technique. It is used to make mystery, thriller, and suspense genres to create a sense of anticipation and keep the audience engaged. It is done in various ways, such as through dialogue, imagery, or symbols. It is used to give hints or clues about what may happen next in the story. For example, a character may mention something seemingly unrelated to to the main plot, but which later becomes important. The next point we're gonna talk about is pacing. Pacing is the speed at which the story is told. Use pacing to create tension, suspense, and excitement. Pacing can greatly affect how story is pursued by the audience. If the pacing is too slow, the audience may lose the interest and become bored. If the pacing is too fast, important details may be missed and the audience may be overwhelmed. Good pacing involves finding the right balance between movement of action, tension, and resolution. It means when to speed up the story and when to slow it down, and being able to use those shifts in pacing to create tension, build suspense, and keep the audience engaged. The last point we're gonna talk about in storytelling is building a suspense. It occurs when there is uncertainty or tension about what is going to happen next in the story or situation. Suspense can be created through various techniques such as foreshadowing, pacing, music, camera angles, and dialogue. Now it's up to you guys how you use these points in your film. Of course, we can go deeper into these points if you mention so in comments. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.